We get into the lesson, girls, the last lesson in 6th unit, written by Alphonse Daudet. He was a French novelist and short story writer, as I said in the introduction. The last lesson is set in the days of the Franco-Prussian War between 1870 and 1871. France was defeated by Prussia, led by Bismarck. This lesson is set in the days of France-Prussian War. France was ruled by Bismarck. The Prussians defeated the French and the districts of Alsace and Lorraine fell into the hands of Prussians. The oppressors not only wanted the territory but also dominated over the language and the culture of the Germans. Note down the parts of Alsace and Lorraine. This story is narrated by a French boy, Franz. He is lazy but sensitive and likes to play. He dislikes studying French and hates his teacher, Mr. Hamel, that is M. Hamel. Germany, after overpowering the districts of Alsace and Lorraine in France, Berlin has ordered that German language be taught instead of French in the schools there. It is the last day of their French teacher, who has been there for 40 years. He is full of grief and patriotism. As a mark of respect of his hard work, the village men also attended his last lesson. This is a school campus. And he was Mr. Hamel, M. Hamel, and this was little boy Franz. I started for school very late morning and was in a great dread of scolding, especially because M. Hamel had said that he would question us on participles and did not know the first word about them. As we know, the French districts and Lorraine moved to Prussian hands. What is the effect because of this on schools? Let us know. The speaker or narrator was a very little boy and he was already very late for the school. He was in a great fear of scolding, especially because of M. Hamel. He was afraid of to go to school, that he would get a scolding if he didn't answer the participles raised by M. Hamel. For a moment, narrator was not interested to go to school because he hasn't prepared on participles. Somehow he wanted to escape from school. So he saw the birds chirping on the tree and the Prussian soldiers were drilling. Drilling means practicing. He wanted to stop there and to have some fun looking at all these sights. Those looks were tempting him, but he hurried to school. On his way to school, there was a bulletin board and there was a crowd for the last 2 years. But the bulletin board informed only bad news. He thought, what could be this time? Why were they standing? Questions arose in his mind. As he was hurrying to pass a bulletin board, the blacksmith saw this little boy, called him and instructed him not to go fast. He said that no need to hurry, there was enough time to reach the school. At last he reached the school campus. He thought that the blacksmith making fun of him because he was late and was hurrying to school. He reached M. Hamel's little garden all out of breath. All out of breath means he was panting because he was rushing to school. So, what is Franz saying? Usually, when he reaches school, he could actually heard a great bustle, means a great noise. That means used to hear a lot of noise that could be heard in the street outside there. What made these noise? the opening and the closing of the desk by the children, lessons repeated by them, and the children had to keep their hands over their ear to know what was happening better. And the teacher's great ruler rapping on the desk to control the children. All these were different kinds of noise that the people could hear when the noise is going on. Usually this will happen in the school campus and in his classroom. But it was all quiet like a Sunday morning. He planned to enter the class. He thought that the class would be noisy and nobody will notice him. But to his surprise, he saw the classroom was so silent as a Sunday morning. All were seated in their place, so he couldn't use the commotion. Commotion means confusion to get into the class. His teacher also moving up and down with his iron ruler under his arm. He entered the class. Everybody noticed him because the day is not as usual. He was blushed. Blushed means ashamed because he was very late to school. He was frightened that his teacher would scold him. But nothing happened and he was amazed with his teacher's kind approach and soft voice. He took his seat. All his fear that had disappeared. He noticed he was dressed, that his master M. Hamel was dressed in a very different manner. He wore special dress. He wore only on special days. So Franz was wondering what was special on that day. And the second thing, when he entered the school campus, he found out that it was so strange. So strange and solemn. Solemn means serious. And he also noticed his classroom's last bench was occupied by the village people. All the old men were sat on the last row with a sad look and a book in their hands. By looking all over this, little boy was very much surprised. He didn't understand what was going on. M. Hamel, that is his teacher, Mr. Hamel, stood up from the chair and started to speak in his grave and gentle tone, that is in a very serious tone. He made an announcement that was the last lesson he was going to teach. He told that the order has come from Berlin to teach only in grammar in schools, only in German in schools of Alsace and Lorraine. We know in the war the French were defeated by the Prussians, so the Germans had taken over. So there was an order from Berlin telling that from the next day onwards only German should be taught in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. The new master would come tomorrow. This was their last French class. So M. Hamel wanted all the students to be very attentive for the last class. That is for the French class. Now the little boy Franz understood why people were standing near the bulletin board while he was hurrying to school. On hearing this bad news from his teacher M. Hamel, Franz, little boy, felt very sad. How he had wasted time without learning French in the previous classes. In the previous classes, he thought that his books were nuisance and wasted time. He wasted time without learning. To spend the time, he had looked over the natures, birds and everything. At present, all these books seemed to be old friends. He did not want to give up because He was actually trying to realize the importance of his own mother tongue, that is French language. He understood his teacher with a painful feeling. He forgot his teacher's strict ruler and behavior. Now he could understand why all the villagers were sitting at the back bench. They were also regret, that is, they were also felt their waste of time without going to school. They felt very sad. Also missing of a French language by sitting there. They had shown their respect towards teacher and language and also patriotism towards country. They were sitting there to thank their master, and this master serving there for 40 years. So he had been there 40 years to teach French language. A faithful teacher teaching French to the people of that village. While he was thinking about all these, suddenly his name was called out. He realized that his nature came to that his turn came to recite the participle. This was his turn. He sincerely wanted to put all his effort to recite the participle very clearly and loudly without any mistakes. But he was mixed up. Mixed up means he was confused with all thoughts. So he couldn't recite the participles without mistakes. So he stood there holding his desk and his heart breathing. Franz was afraid to face his master M. Hamel. He did not have any courage to look up his master. At the time, his master M. Hamel told that he won't scold him, and he pointed out all the mistakes done by little Franz. He said how he had wasted the good opportunity and how he had wasted all the time without learning the own mother tongue. In future, what would he do without knowing the learning of French language? He questioned him. Little Franz was very quiet. He couldn't reply to him. And also, M. Hamel said that their parents were also a big problem for the children. They were also not anxious to make learn their lessons. Next, M. Hamel realized his own mistakes too. Sometimes he used the children to water the flowers instead of making them to read or learn. And whenever he wanted to go fishing, he just gave a holiday for the students. He blamed himself. He admitted his mistakes. All of them he instructed all of them how to safeguard their language, and they should never forget their mother tongue because it is precious. He also said learning mother tongue is a key to the prison. After talking about the importance of French language, he started the lesson in grammar. Poor little boy Franz, now he could understand all the points of grammar because that was the first time he listened to the class, and that was the first time M. Hamel taught the lesson with a lot of patience. M. Hamel taught very seriously. That means he wanted to put all his knowledge into the heads of the students in one stroke. After grammar class, M. Hamel engaged the students in writing, and there was a perfect silence in the class except their pen and paper sound. At the time, Franz looked at the writing of the paper, that is notes got in the hands of M. Hamel, looks so bright as it was like a flag. All the students were started to write Alsace, France, and they hanged on the side row of the sitting bench. It looks like a flag. It looked like a flag. Then, at that time, there was no noise, but a beetle entered the class, but no one noticed it, and also the pigeon cooed. No one noticed, but little Franz thought, will these German people make these pigeons coo in the German language? Lot of questions arise in his mind. Then M. Hamel was sitting motionless. Little Franz watched that also. He can understood the feeling of M. Hamel. He sat motionless and looked all over the classroom one by one, and also the garden outside the classroom and in the corridor where he had planted the walnut trees and hope vine. Hope vine means one type of climbers, because he had been there for 40 years. So each and every corner of the school was familiar to him. Now he was in a situation to get off from that place. Everything remained same, but the benches in the class were worn out because of usage. At that time, he heard the voice of his sister packing their trunks for they must leave the country next day. So Franz was feeling very sad that this news of his to leave should have broken his heart. Now it was a big shock for him to leave from this place. From the next day onwards, the German is going to be taught in the classes. After the writing, they had a session in history, and the babies, small children, chanted their Baba Bibi, that is, the small children were taught the letters of French. Along the children, the old man, Hazer, also chanted, that is, a village man, chanted the words. He too was crying. The old man was also feeling very sad, because that was the last day they could, hereafter they could no more learn French language. Everybody was overcome with emotion, because it was their last day to learn their mother tongue French. So each and everybody felt very sad. At that time, the clock struck 12. All of them heard the church bell sound. The afternoon prayer, Angelus, had started, and the trumpets of the Prussians, who was returning from the drill, that is, who was returning from the practice, all could hear the sound of the church bell and the song of the prayer. Then M. Hamel said, I. He stuttered, I, and his voice stuck. He was not able to speak. He overcome with emotions. What he did is, then he turned to the blackboard and took a chalk piece and wrote Viva la France, which means long live France, with lot of pain in his heart. Viva la France means long live France. He told everybody school was over. With his hands, he told everybody the school was over, because he was not able to talk. The pain struck in his heart. Then they heard the voice of his heart. All the students and the village people felt very sad because of this language changes. From this lesson, we can understand that pain and bond by each and every person in this country. They were enforced to speak in some other languages. The conqueror, that is Germans, had imposed their language on these people. They were not get a chance to use their mother tongue again. This is a very painful story to understand the effect of our mother tongue and to understand about our teacher and student mentality inside the classroom. Do you understand, girls?